What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius banner review, and today we're banner reviewing our boy Awakened Rain. I've been waiting on this character for a long time because Rain is my favorite character. I know he doesn't have a CG version, so this is going to be the closest I can get to having a beefy, strong Rain that's ready to go. This banner only has 4 units. And they ended up sticking another 5-star unit on the banner that the JP people got just exclusively from EX points. So, we have Shantoto, which is Tornado, Erosia Chainer. We have Shield, Magic AoE Tank. We have Mediena, which is going to be a mage, and then we have Awakened Rain, which is going to be a magic AoE cover tank. All right, so first we're going to talk about Mediena. I do need to harp up on a mistake I made in the news video, so if you guys caught that earlier today and you're watching this, she sadly does not get Tornado until 7-star. The news I was reading up on, I guess I saw, I've done this once before where the 7-stars kind of blend in with the 6-star abilities. That's on me, my bad, guys. Good thing you haven't summoned yet. Hopefully nobody summons her thinking, yes, I can Tornado Chain, and then she can't. Because that's on me, so I'm sorry. She's a great mage, making her much better than other mages. 5-star base going up to 6-star. Her Trust Mastery is Quintessence, essentially a dual-wield ability, so it gives you dual-wield, it's a materia, while also giving you Mastery when you have a rod, Magic Mastery. When you have a rod in your hand, or you're wearing a robe, you're going to get some magic laid back on top of you. Very good for all mages. It seems kind of good for Fravia too, right? Because we need dual-wield on Fravia. She's probably going to put a robe on for some magic. This might turn out to be very good on Fravia as well. A very, very strong TMR indeed. Moving on down, let's see what abilities she has. She has dual cast, meaning she can cast anything twice, not just black magic. She gets auto refresh, high tide, being able to cast her limit burst faster. Eternal Witch, looking through those. Petrify seems like a really, really good one, so I like that. And then she has Rod Mastery, 50% with a rod, putting a rod in this lady's hands. So if we go back down to what actually she can cast, it looks like she has the ability to imperil fire, light, and then thunder damage or lightning damage by 50% to all enemies for 3 turns. So that's really strong to be able to do more damage. You know, she has the ability. Now, 50% isn't the highest of tiers anymore, but at the same time, you know, it's whatever. And then she has an ability that also does some ice damage while also imperiling by 50%. However, if you pair her with an ice team, somebody like Fravia or somebody like Reagan, they're going to be imperiling higher than that anyway. Reagan going all the way up to 100%. So that's when she's going to be able to do her most damage. I think you need to pair her with maybe a Fravia or, again, a Reagan. Get that higher imperil, and then just start doing her ability called Zobel. Essentially, ice magic damage 1.2 times with consecutive increases, 9 times, all the way up to a 12 max. 12 times max damage of ice here. If you have the 100% imperil with your Reagan, this is going to be doing a lot of damage. She also has Blizzaga, Erosia, and then I think she has Thundaja. Does she have Fire Raja? She also has Fire Raja, yes. She covers all of those elements with the Aja spells, meaning finisher spells, doing a lot of magic damage. She seems like she'll be very useful in places where you need a lot of elements. And again, sorry about that, she doesn't get Tornado until 7-star, but once she does, she's going to be able to do that whole Tornado and Erosia finishing moves, so that's going to be really good. Let's go ahead and take a look at our limit burst down here. Magic damage 4.2 times with ignore spirit, excuse me. 50% to all enemies. That's going to go back to an 8.4 times multiplier. And it's going to increase her magic by 100%, max 100% for 1 action to cast her. Pretty good limit burst. Going to be doing a lot of damage. There's no element attached to it, so she's not taking advantage of her imperils. But it's a 10 hit, can chain it up. I like it. Seems strong. Where does it go from? Base is 3 times, so it'd be 6 going up to an 8.4. If you're going to use her and you're going to be using her limit burst, it's definitely worth leveling up in the case where she's going to be somebody on your team. Again, you don't want to invest in people that you're not going to use a lot often. So overall, I think she's a pretty cool mage. I think she gets a lot stronger at 7-star, but for right now, she's decent and she has a great TMR. So, you know, give her like an 8.5 out of 10. That seems good enough. So now we're going to be moving on to Awakened Rain. And I know what I said in the news update. I know that I said he's skippable because I think he is. So that's what I'm going to say. If you have Mystia, you have Shilt, you have Chow, you have Bosch. Bosch is considered a better overall unit at 7-star, whereas Awakened Rain is considered a better just solo AoE magic cover tank because Bosch can also cover physical, okay? As far as Awakened Rain goes, he's my boy, and he's strong as nails, dude. Let me tell you, if you want to upgrade, okay, if you want to upgrade, and you want to hit that next power level tier, and you don't have Chow, you don't have Bosch, but you have Mystia and Shield, and you're just looking for that power creep, this is your man, dude. Now, I know I said not to pull if you have Mystia or Shield, but if you're looking to just pull for something better, like, you know, you have that one model card, and you look over to the side, ooh, there's that better car going down the road, and you're just like, I don't need to upgrade, but damn, it would be nice. This is your guy to do it with, and at 7-star, he becomes really, really good too. So, Awakened Rain Knight. He's a night class. Awakened Rain Knight. He's a night class, 5-star base going up to 6-star AoE magic cover tank with a lot of damage packed into his kit, which I really like a lot. His Trust Mastery is Protector of Lapis. It's going to give you HP. It's going to give you a buttload of Spirit, and it's going to give you Limit Burst fill rate up. I think it's per turn you get a Limit Burst fill crystals. It goes up by like 2, I think, every turn when you have this equipped. Very good TMR. It can go on tanks, it can go on supports, it can go on attackers, whoever you want to throw this on. If it, it provides the defense with Spirit, it provides the healing buff on people who are going to heal, it provides HP to let you live longer, along with the Spirit to live longer against magic, and it's making that limit burst go up. It's giving you everything you really want on a lot of those units. Very, very strong TMR. Remember, it doesn't stack. Moving on down, let's look at exactly what Rain has to offer. He's back, baby. We've been missing out on him for a long time, and he's finally here. All right, so he has an ability where he can mitigate damage taken by 30% to caster, and he has a chance to counter physical attacks on all allies except for himself. So he casts this, and if anybody else gets hit, he has a chance to counter 100% with physical damage 2 times spirit scaling. So it's going to do physical damage with a 2 times multiplier, but that's going to be based off of its spirit, not its attack. Escort Leader, increase attack, defense, magic, and spirit 60% for 3 turns to all allies. So essentially, normally I throw these away. I'm just like, it's not 100%, it's not over 100%. We have bards, we have nickel now, we have all this different stuff that can do it. But I found myself in a lot of cases not being able to bring a dedicated buffer and looking to my tank or looking to my healer, somebody that can do this buffing. So I'm glad it's on there. That's a good perk, a good plus. He has standout, essentially meaning, hey, look at me. And then he has 100% targeted for 2 turns. So he has a provoke 100% for 2 turns, mitigate damage 30% for 2 turns to caster. The standard, hey, be all, e all, hey, come at me for 2 turns, we're good to go. Now, this is where he starts to get kind of crazy. However, this move does require you to use Limit Burst Crystals to cast. If you look to the side, it's not MP. It's going to be Limit Burst Crystals. So that's why it's so important that you start building up his Limit Burst, because this move's bonkers. Increase attack, defense, magic, and spirit by 200% for 3 turns to caster. 200%! All right? Mitigate damage taken by 30%, so he just casts that on himself. All damage mitigation, 30%. Heals himself, and gives himself MP recovery for 3 turns. So not only is he buffing himself immensely, stopping himself from taking more damage, he's also healing himself and giving himself back MP. This is what I want to be using. He goes Super Saiyan, essentially. Complete Awakening. Alright? Rising Ray. Magic damage 3.6 times with Spirit scaling to 1 enemy. Pretty good damage, and again, it's based off of Spirit, which we're going to be buffing up a lot because he is going to be taking a lot of magic damage because he is a magic AoE cover tank. Physical damage 1.7 times to 1 enemy. Decrease magic 60% for 5 turns to an enemy. This tank has a 60% magic break on it. That is the CG lid type of breaks right there, and that is on command if you would like to cast it. Complete Focus. Increase spirit by 200% for 2 turns to caster. So you can just cast this. You could do the wall, the energy wall, and then if you want more spirit, just put your spirit up so you can start doing more damage with the spirit stuff. This character is actually extremely fun. Unleashed Focus is the move that it unlocks. We'll go down to Unleashed Focus. That allows you to get 7 Limit Burst Gauge crystals. Again, you can do that for his Limit Burst, or you could save it and go ahead and use his Complete Awakening. That's up to you. Energy Wall. Chance to protect all allies from magic damage. 80% chance with damage mitigation. 50 to 70% for 3 turns of caster. That's just going to be his wall, his AoE. You're going to be casting that to make sure you jump in front and take magic damage. Now let's look at the passive this guy brings along to him, because it just gets better from here. It just gets better from here. Increased defense and spirit, 30%. Chance, he has that thing where he can cover a magic attack. So if he doesn't have wall on, he still has 30% chance. No, it's 50. Yeah, it's 30% chance with 50% damage mitigation to jump in front of somebody and just take a hit for him. That's something he can do. Awakening Power. Increase HP and MP by 50%, and then all other stats by 30%. What's up? Increase Spirit 120%. 3 turns when HP drops below 50%. So if he does take a big hit, he's going to increase his own spirit by 120% for 3 turns. So it's going to be over that 100% that most of you are going to be buffing with. So he's always going further beyond. Fully Awakening. Super Saiyan 3, you know what I mean? Blazing Technique. Auto heal. He's auto healing himself. It's not the most, but he's still healing himself up a bit. And he has MP Refresh, which is very, very strong. If you put a light shield or a heavy shield on him, he's getting the same 20% to defense and spirit. He has Blazing Soul, which is very, very good. Increases Limit Burst Gauge fill rate 100%. So that way we can get those Limit Burst crystals, we can get that Limit Burst up, so we can cast Complete Awakening if we want to. Esper bonus stats are up by 10%. He has Resist to Petrify, Poison and Blind are good too, but Petrify is a big one, right? That's the one we normally have to, you know, equip to fight off. And then he also has 50% to Earth and Fire resist. Remember all those times when you were thinking, how in the world do I make my Earth resist this high? Or how am I going to make this unit very strong and also have the Fire resist up this high? Well, he's got 50% right off the bat for those two elements. So there you go. And those are the two elements, you know, that he likes to mess around with. Chance to counter magic attacks 80% with transformational power. Max, he can only do it once per turn. So 80%, he's getting hit with all those magic attacks. He's going to hit this off. Guess what it does? Magic damage 10 times multiplier with spirit scaling again. So if you have your spirit buff by 200% from his complete awakening, it's going to do a lot of damage. AoE damage he's going to do. Very, very good. Seems pretty good there. Moving on to... where are we at? Oh, yeah, we're here. Armor expertise. Increase defense and spirit 30% when equipped with light armor. Defense spirit with 30% with a heavy armor. So this guy is a stat nut. He's going to have so much HP, defense, and spirit. He's going to be able to tank a crap ton of stuff for you, along, again, with all the other damage abilities that he has. He's very, very good. He also has Fyraga, Stonga. Again, those are the two elements Rain likes to mess around with. He can raise. So remember how you would have your Warrior of Light in your back pocket just in case you needed to raise? Rain's got you covered there. Let's look at the blood linkage here. Let's look at his Limit Burst. Magic damage, 12.4 times with SPR, excuse me, Spirit Scaling to all enemies. 24 hit. Honestly, I can see you maybe using this. It's 36 count as well. It's pretty high up there. But I think I'm saving it for this Complete Awakening, dude. That seems amazing. So... what do I think about Awaken Rain in the end? Again, I know in that video a lot of people like their butts clenched up real hard. They were like, Awakening Rain is awesome, you idiot. And it's like, I agree. I think he's awesome too. But I have to tell the people if they should be spending on a double 5-star banner or not. And I said no, but Awaken Rain is amazing. I give him a 9 out of 10. He's a solid tank, magic AoE tank. We don't know how Chow's going to be at 7-star if you guys do have Chow. But if you're asking me, even Bosch, man, I love Bosch. I want Awaken Rain on my team. One, it's Rain. I think Rain's cooler than both of those units. Or both those characters in my opinion. And I'm sorry, Bosch fans. Sorry. And then, 2, this guy is insane when it comes to dealing damage while also being a tank and taking those hits. I give him a 9 out of 10, guys. Again, summon on it at your own risk. Again, you're going against 2 5-star bases. Mediena, which is an okay mage, can definitely shine if you have 100% down resist with Reagan or you're using her with Fravia. She can shine there. If you don't have any magic AoE tanks, this is the perfect banner for you because you have a chance of getting the 4-star Shield. Shantoto, you guys probably already have. So, again, it's up to you. If you want to slap that card, trade it in, and get a very, very way better model, that's up to you. Can you make it with your Mystia and Shield? Yes, you can. Can Bosch and Chow do the job? Yes, they can. So, yeah. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how you feel. And, again, sorry so much for saying that Mediena gets, Tornado at 6-star. I just thought she got it at 6-star. Apparently she gets it at 7-star, so that's my bad. Thank you so much for pointing that out in the comments. And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you in the next video.